Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back. And to all of you new, hello and welcome. You're looking at Oscar here today, and I'll introduce him real quick for those of you that don't know him. Oscar is one of my full-bodied silicone babies, and he is the Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. So I'm going to jump right into it. I have an important topic and I guess question for you all, or I need some help from the reborn community or anyone out there that is looking for these dolls. And anyway, let me just get started. Before I do, if you are not subscribed, because I have noticed that probably like 80% of y'all that view my videos are not subscribed to my channel. So I want to remind you all to go and smash that subscribe button, and importantly, hit that notification bell to all, because then you will receive notifications on your YouTube when I next upload a video, so you won't miss any videos. All right, so getting started. So I've spoken many times on my channel and put up posts, and it's something that so many creators have spoken about, and a problem that we all face here in the reborn doll community, and that is the scammers. I mean, they are just prolific. It has gotten so bad. It's just worse and worse every few months, every year. It's just insane. Some of you all may not realize how many scams there actually is out there with regard to these dolls. There are full-on websites. There are social media accounts across, Instagram, Facebook. I'm assuming TikTok and stuff like that as well. So, often those of us that create content, including, posting pictures on social media, if our dolls are popular, they will steal our content. So I had gotten to the point, and this was like probably like 2 years ago now, that I won't even post family photos on my Instagram account anymore, because some of the accounts, the scammer accounts that were full on impersonating me. So they weren't using my name, but they were using my image, of me, like holding a doll or just my face as their profile picture. And then they were literally taking my posts and not only stealing the photos, but they were just copying and pasting my entire post. So like there was one like holiday where I posted like a family photo, and I'm like, my parents and the kids, it's, Thanksgiving or whatever it was. And they have this posted on their account as if they were me. And of course, in between, they're putting up posts that they have dolls for sale, that they're a silicone artist and they're pouring silicones and you can order a custom. And they're putting up pictures of my dolls and saying, order a custom of this doll, and so on and so forth. So that freaked me out once they crossed the line and, taking my children and my family, like that was just whatever. So sometimes it's hard to distinguish especially if you're new, and say you've come across my channel and you love my dolls and whatever, but you don't know a whole lot about this hobby. Like, for instance, you don't know Claire Taylor dolls, and that, Oscar is 1 in 6 worldwide, and that's including the prototype that's in the museum of the Dwayne Awakes. That's all that exists. You can't get a custom of him. He was a very small, limited edition of Claire's, and that's the case for quite a lot of these dolls. So people don't realize, or I've seen Oscar himself up for sale. Well, obviously he's not up for sale because he's right here with me and there's only one of them. But literally with my photos of Oscar for sale for some like ridiculous, like $2,500 or some ridiculousness. But to somebody coming into the hobby that doesn't know, might think that still sounds expensive for a doll. So, maybe I should order that doll, that's whatever. So it's a problem. It's a real problem. And a lot of you will comment on my YouTube or my Instagram account and say, your little Oscars, somebody's using their photos, or your little Athena or whoever, or I think I have to go through my videos now. Someone had commented maybe a month or so ago. I believe they were in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. But they said this Facebook account claiming to be me, and using my pictures, claimed to be an artist in Australia, and had reached out to her to, solicit her to buy a doll. And all I could say was, please report that page. Thank you for letting me know, and please report the page, because like many of us collectors, as well as artists that are out there that have been here for years, that put up a lot of content, it would be a full-time job just chasing down and reporting individually each of these accounts, and then you have to go and show that the content is yours and links and blah 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 blah, and it's a project. I had in the beginning been doing it with Instagram. They were pretty good about taking down content that was, stolen from my account, but then it just got to be, so much that it just wasn't possible for me to keep up. Facebook, I had tried to go through the reporting process, because especially that one that did like the photos of my family and stuff, and there was another few that had my kids' pictures and stuff. They weren't copying and pasting my whole post, but they were using my photos anyway. But that enraged me so much that I did try to go through Facebook, and I got a zippo, zero, nada, nowhere. Okay, so I am asking the community for your help at this time, because Instagram has changed up their format a little bit, like their settings in how to reach them and stuff. I'm not sure everything or menu that I pressed to get to where I did, but I finally requested a review of my account and put in the notes that my content was being used to scam others, that I was being impersonated, and, my content was stolen and being used across the internet, on websites, on Facebook, on Instagram, for the sole purpose to scam others in my community. And my account at this time doesn't have that verification check, which I apply for it pretty much on a regular basis, as much as you can, for the purpose of then people know that's the legitimate me. That's that's my dolls. That's the legitimate me. So they don't have to question when they come across an account that has all of my photos that, oh, is this the right Pixie Mommy? I've had people leave comments and say, oh, you're the one that scammed me on, I think it was Etsy or something, because they saw Oscar and somebody had an Oscar for sale, and I had to apologize and say it wasn't me that you were speaking with. It's, somebody that stole my photos. Anyway, so I have asked Instagram to review all this, and much to my shock and surprise, I got an email back yesterday that they were going to investigate it, and they were now asking me to provide provide screenshots and links of the accounts that I'm talking about that have have my content posted or are impersonating me or using my name, my image, my content. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, they're really actually willing to look into this. However, I don't have saved any of this information because they never did anything about it. So aside from a few screenshots I have that I've used in the past to put up posts saying this person's a scam, this is a scam, or do an updated video on talking about the scammers, and I would have to kind of, go through like a lot of Google, snapshot, screenshots, whatever it's called, to, find all that. So I'm like, oh my gosh, which I'm going to do. And I'm doing kind of like a deep dive search into silicone dolls for sale, reborn dolls for sale, whatever, to try to find some of these accounts. But I know that there's hopefully some of you out there that either saved the screenshots or know of active accounts now that have my content up on them. So I'm pleading for the help of this community, and the public, anyone that might have screenshots, links, or name of an account to give me the information, so that I can provide this, because they did say, and they didn't give me a time frame, I don't think, but they did say I had to get this stuff in, or they would just automatically close the case. So I'm going to email them this afternoon, let them know that I am asking my viewers and my followers for help. I'm gathering the information that they're asking for, and to please give me a few days to do so, or a couple days to do so, however long they can. So I'm hoping to circulate this, get this out there, and anyone who can possibly, help in providing that. What I have done is, because I don't even have like a place where you can send like a message request or anything on social media at this time, because I'm not a business. I'm not selling dolls at this time. I don't have any reason to, have that stuff open. But so for a short period of time, I have opened my Instagram DMs so that people can send me a message request. So that's a great way. If you shoot a request, I'll be checking the request box, over the next few days, hoping that, people will send stuff in. If you do not have social media or Instagram, I am on Facebook, but I am Pixie Mom Reborns. The notifications aren't on for that. I'm not active on Facebook. You'll see all my posts from Instagram shared to Facebook, and I do that on purpose so that I have the presence there, so that people can see and be like, oh no, that's Tasha's dolls, and whatever. But I'm not active. I only have time to really do the YouTube and the Instagram. So I have the Instagram where you can reach out and send a message request. If you don't have the ability to do that, I will provide my email address below. I'll also pin it up in the comments. It's PixieMom, PIXIMOM, the number 4 at gmail.com. PixieMom4 at gmail.com. Please, folks, I'm asking you all respectfully, very respectfully asking everyone, please only reach out with the specific content that I'm looking for, that I need for this case. And the reason why is because, in between summer and working and all of that, I only have a certain amount of time to review and go through all this stuff and get it to Instagram and all of that. So I understand that there's tons of other folks out there that their content is being stolen, that they're being impersonated, that you see other people's dolls for sale all the time. I'm not looking for that information, because I can't bring that to Instagram on anyone else's behalf. I can only do on my behalf what content belongs to me, what content rightfully belongs to me. So it's not really helpful if the account, now it can be an account that has other people's dolls up there as well as mine. As long as they have something of mine on there, I'd like to know about it. I'd like to review it and see if, be able to, the more that I can share with Instagram, the better. Because hopefully then they can look, I believe Instagram's affiliated with Facebook and whatever, and hopefully we can get some of those accounts shut down. Hopefully I can get myself verified, so at least newbies can look and know who the actual authentic me is. And if this works out, I'll have to kind of go through the drop down menus and stuff and see exactly where I went in to apply for this, so that I can provide that information to others. So if there is anyone else out there that wishes to take the time, take a couple days to gather all that information and correspond with them, then you can do it on your own behalf if it's your intellectual property. And perhaps we can get it going and get some of these scammers shut down. I don't know how much good that will do, because it's like you get one shut down and 5 more pop up. They just open up under a little bit different of a name or whatever. They're just all over the place. But any little bit helps. And right now, I didn't expect a response back like that from Instagram, where they were going to ask me for all that all at once. So now I'm like, oh my goodness. And I know that this community, if there's one thing this community is great about and being close-knit about, is we know one another's dolls. We know when we see a scam site go up, and we'll be like, I recognize that's so-and-so dolls. That's, this artist's dolls, whatever. And, we're really good about sharing that information and, spreading the word and reporting it when we see it, etc. So I love y'all for that we protect one another, and as well as the integrity of this hobby of new people coming in, because it looks horrible and we all feel bad when we see new collectors coming in that right out of the gates they're like, I got scammed. That's now their first experience in this hobby, and it's a horrible one, and you don't want to see that happening to people. So anyway, I'm gonna back up. I put my little ducks on Oscar's crib. Well, I shouldn't just say Oscar's crib, it's for all the babies, but on my bamboo crib. So I had gotten these quite a while back. I actually had them hanging on the wall, but they were to eventually go on to whatever crib that I arrived at, and this was it. They have the little pom-poms on them on the one end, which is super cute. I had them hanging just kind of on the inside for right now, but I can flip them back and forth. I love pom-poms, but super cute. I love it. These were done in maybe Sweden. I'm not sure. They're definitely not. It's not a U.S. Seller, and I think I got these. They might have a Etsy, but I think I ordered on Instagram. I gotta look to see if anybody of you are interested in the name. Oh, let's see. It has a tag on it. Let's see if I can help you all out with this. Oops. Because they're so beautifully made. They were pricey, but really worth it. Look at that linen, and they're just so, they're just beautifully made. Hareliso. 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 And that is the store. That's the brand. Very, very beautifully made. They're just they'll last forever. And I love the they're geese, I believe, not ducks. I think they're geese. And then they had one that was mallard ducks, just like this, except, because she makes different ones of the garland. And I said, oh, I ordered these before I had the full vision of my nursery that I'll be making in mind. The mallard ducks probably would have went better with the more rustic kind of theme thing that I'm going for. But then again, I whatever. I have eclectic taste, so it's what I got. So anyways, Oscar is looking adorable and super cool in this very cool just kimono side tie muslin little onesie here. This was just actually an inexpensive one that I got a couple years ago, I believe on Allied. It's not like a name brand or anything, but it fits him and it's so nice and like cool. Like it's what you would put on a baby on a hot day, real hot day where they're sweating and stuff. So it's pretty hot out there and I want to do some photos. So Oscar's just chilling, being cool and comfy. So please leave a comment below if you're going to be reaching out and you have information, whether it's current or you have screenshots saved. That is fine, as long as you have a screenshot or a link that can be used. Is fantastic, and I hope to have a good turnout and get enough to where to show Instagram the true picture of what's happening, because of course I'm describing it in words. I'm like, this is happening, all the time. My content's being stolen, used to scam people. I'm being impersonated. My images of me are being used. And of course, it's throughout the time it's been happening, but I just don't have all of that saved or would I don't know if I'll be able to find it all and, because I don't have it just like saved all in one spot, if you know what I mean. So, all right, I'm rambling on, but I need your all help, and I will follow up and absolutely let you all know if I got somewhere with it, what the remedy was, and hopefully some other creators in the community, anyone that posts content, can do this as well. And maybe they'll take a little bit more notice to what's going on in our industry, because we're gonna roll up onto the holidays again really quick, and that is like the time where they just slam people. I mean, I know I've clicked on, like, even right on YouTube, they got the nerve to put ads of, Dolly.com, whatever, just, these scamming websites. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my doll. That's, photos of my dolls and other people's dolls that I recognize that they're saying you can order this doll. Like, it's just insane. Right on YouTube. I'm like, oh, wow. I've seen that before too. So it's really crazy that these scammers are getting away with this. But anyways, I hope you all have a great start to your week. I thank you all in advance, and that's it for today. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful or any way, or just love seeing cute Oscar, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and of course, reach out. But again, please be respectful only with, if you have the actual, that has to be my content. I can't do other people's, I can't claim other people's, obviously, as my own. So, and though I would love to chit chat with you all that this has happened to, or whatever, I just, I'm lucky I'm squeezing out the time just to try to investigate this and get this done. So, please just be respectful of that, and I thank you all. All right, till next time, God bless.